Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? They're singing the alma mater. As friends united, here we sing to Peter's Township high. Through honor, love, and loyalty, our pride will never die. Memories of the red and white are in our hearts with you. Peter's high, our alma mater, ever faithful and always true.
What's left to right? Please be seated. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2005. On behalf of our graduating seniors, the administration, faculty, and staff, I would first like to welcome the distinguished members of the class of 1955. Along with the family, friends, and fans of our graduating seniors. At this time, I would like to introduce our Board of School Directors. Please stand when your name is announced and remain standing. and please hold your applause until I've read all the names. Mrs. Denise Abraham, President. Mrs. Sandy Teodori, Vice President. Dr. Mark Bizzato. Mrs. Sandy Gregg. Mrs. Allison McClure. Mr. Tom McMurray. Mr. Thomas Vistos. Mr. James O'Kelly. And Mrs. Diane Ritter. I would also like to recognize Dr. Kirk, our superintendent, and Dr. Hoover, our assistant superintendent. And the members of our administrative team, our teachers and staff who are in attendance this evening. Please stand and be recognized. Our graduating seniors, thank you for your patience and dedication. And now I'm proud to present our student speakers, Andrea Babb, Ross Ruffing, Tyler Plaha, and Nick Rubus. We will begin with Andrea.
Good evening, parents, students, administration, faculty, alumni, and honored guests. A good friend said to me the other day, "You know, this is the end of an era." The way she chose to phrase this left me with a whole new view of what our last few years have been. Yes, we are graduating from many years of education, hard work, and patience, but we are also graduating from this era we have created. This is the time in our lives where we are as unsystematic as we will ever be. The time in our lives when we learn about ourselves and about the world from the view of a classroom. This is our life as we know it. We have finally filled that foundation to the staircase to genuine understanding, but have merely taken one step along those stairs. This is a time to celebrate this step and to look to those who have taken many before us and to learn from them. Today is a day to honor the graduating class of 2005, but it is also a day to honor the graduates of the class of 1955. 50 years ago, these graduates were the same young, eager minds we are today. They have taken their Peters Township education and turned it to knowledge, knowledge to experience, and experience to a greater understanding of the world. We, the class of 2005, are honored to share such a kinship with these alumni. And now I am pleased to introduce the 50-year graduates of Peters Township High School. Would you please stand as I call your name and hold the applause until the end? Mr. Walter Biani, Mr. Joseph Cushy, Miss Ernestine Swigger Dickinson, Miss Joanne Debbie Floss, Mrs. Beverly Howard Foraker, Mr. Donald Fulton, Mrs. Carolyn Keys Hertzberger, Mr. Joseph Jakovic, Mr. Robert Jurek, Mr. Robert Klein, Mrs. Vivian Edge Livingood, Mrs. Lois Hank Marson, Mrs. Marianne Leach Mickick, Mr. Thomas Mickick, Mr. Charles Parkins, Mr. Vern Rainey, Mrs. Nancy Mouser Ray, Mr. John Richardson, Mr. Edwin School, Mrs. Beverly Schultz School, Mr. Robert Svar, Mr. David Wheatley, and Mrs. Helen Patterson Wright. The success of the class of 1955 is an inspiration to those present tonight. As we all know, changes occur rapidly in today's world, but it is refreshing to know that those changes do not necessarily happen in people. Both the class of 1955 and the class of 2005 come from the same roots, the same home. We honor tonight's alumni in hopes that in 2055, we too will represent our class, as they have, to show our perpetual respect and commitment to the Peters Township School District. To the class of 1955, thank you for your example and guidance as we head out to succeed. I will finish by saying it has been both an honor and privilege to lead this class for the past 2 years. I only hope I have surpassed your expectations. I feel it necessary to share with the families and friends present tonight the one quality of our class that I feel is remarkable. A common trait among schools these days is the formation of groups, and although we too may have some of the same, I have noticed that our class, however, has a camaraderie. We are unique in that way, and I am proud to proclaim it. I am, without a doubt, convinced that this bond will last. Wherever life may take us, I know we will all reunite. I can already say that I have crazy fun dance parties in store for our class reunions, something for which our class has quite a talent. At this point in our lives, our general daily routine has unknowingly been our comfort zone. The time has come for us to step outside of this comfort zone and proceed to the next step to commence the new era to which we have arrived. Learn from those ahead of you, and in return, teach those behind you. Thank you, administrators, faculty, alumni, parents, and friends, for all you have given us. In closing, I would like to extend to all of my classmates a future filled with success, happiness, and genuine understanding. I would also like to thank my mom and dad for everything they have taught me. I love you very much. And to the class of 2005, thank you for all the memories.
Fellow graduates, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you. We certainly have come a long way. Through hard work, dedication, determination, and perseverance, we are all sitting together about to conquer one of many milestones in our lives. We have made a positive contribution to this high school and this community, and in return, they have prepared us for a life outside of these four walls. We all have opportunities waiting for us when we drive out of this parking lot today, and the choice is now ours to make them positive or negative. For the past 13 years of our lives, we have been pushed and guided in the right direction. But from now on, we are a bike without training wheels, but certainly not a boat without a paddle. We have been given the tools necessary to succeed. Now we must use them. The possibilities are endless, and with every choice we make, success will be ahead of us and failure will be lurking at our feet. What is it that is pulling us out into the world? The opportunity of success or the freedom of failure? It is easier to fail and give up in comparison to standing tall and trying again. We must not give up or get discouraged when life drags us down. I see hundreds of my classmates sitting before me, all dressed in red and white. While we patiently wait to get started with the next chapter of our lives, we all give thought to the underlying themes of success. What is it that has us reaching out into the world and taking risks? Is it to be rich and famous, or is it something more? I'm always looking for that one big idea that success sits upon, and I have finally begun to understand. Life is not one or two words, one or two people, or $1 or $2, and neither is success. Respect the world around you and all of the people in it. Persevere above and beyond all odds. Trust in yourself and others. Live a life of significance. Change the world if you can, but start with changing one life. Look to your left, look to your right. The people that are sitting around you may be someone you've known since kindergarten or that you met today. Whichever it be, ask yourself one question. Am I somebody to the person next to me, or am I just another cap and gown? Don't let the trappings of life blend you in. Stand up, stand out, and make a positive impression on the person sitting next to you, your family that loves you, your community that is proud of you, and the world that has been waiting for you. I want all of you to be significant, and that is what I hope for myself. Success will certainly follow all of you who choose to invest your time in the lives of your friends, your families, your employers, and yourselves. There is a book about you waiting to be written, so turn the page and get started. This is your life, and they're your pages. Fill them with all of your hopes and your dreams. We can change the world, class of 2005, so what are we waiting for? Another door to be opened for us? No. From now on, we are on our own, and making a difference is up to us. Remember the people that helped you get here, and use your time wisely, because the past can only be remembered, and the future only hoped for. All we ever have is right now. That's why it's called our present. The opportunity to become significant is our greatest gift. As this chapter of our lives closes, don't let the memories fade or the dreams be forgotten. Believe in the world around you, but more importantly, believe in yourself. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, make the most of yourself, for that is all there is for you. Friends, life is waiting for you. Good luck and farewell for now. Thank you.
I'm looking out now on a sea of faces that I have known for a long time. I've been closer to some than to others, but I've come to know each distinct face out there. These are faces locked in various expressions, some happy, some sad, some quietly contemplative. They stare out with hundreds, if not thousands, of unique expressions. Yet underneath those, I see one common thread. In the depths of every chest here, a heart beats with the burning desire of a dream. Every person here is striving for something, to achieve something greater than what he or she is at present. Behind the masks of apprehension, joy, or even quiet indifference, there is a common, shining expression of hope. That dream, that hope, is what has driven our journey to this point, and it is what will push us forward into the next chapters of our lives. I'll say now what we've been told our entire lives by those who have traveled this road before us. The world is a harsh place. I think every person in this audience understood that long ago. Everybody here knows that what we set out to do is often not what we accomplish. Hopes are dashed in an instant, and the weight of responsibility will often crush fragile aspirations. The world is often set against us, against the dreamer and the youthful idealist, but I refuse to be a cynic. He who conforms does not change the world. He who never dares, who never laughs off impossible odds, who never lets these dreams take flight, does not bask in eternal glory. He who never dreams is never really human. He who gives up on them turns his back on his own humanity. Dreams are the embodiment of hope, and to hope is the most fundamentally human thing we can do. To hope is indeed to be human. It is the universal spirit that binds together men of all colors, all creeds, and all nationalities. Every young man and woman sitting here possesses this hope, and therefore the ability to change the world. It is the dreamer, the idealist, who can summon up the vast powers of human intellect to make the world a better place. It is the dreamer who has the courage to stand in the face of all that is established and present a new idea. It is the dreamer who proves the earth is not the center of the universe, or that it is not flat. The dreamer who ends generations of segregation through boycotts and sit-ins, and the dreamer who brings an empire to its knees with a mere message of nonviolence. The flame that burns in your chest has the power to alter the world in ways more profound than any man or woman before you has done. It is the task we are given as we officially end our high school lives tonight. It is the charge to remain true to who we are, to not compromise our dreams and our ideals for petty gains in the world. We go forth to a place that is harsh and cynical, but the resolve that has carried each and every one of you through high school can also give you the strength to accomplish the seemingly impossible. So I say to you as we go forth tonight, don't forget your dreams. To the rest of the world, they may seem pointless or unachievable, but the naysayers are not those who move us forward. The dream is the vessel of progress, but it is also what makes life worth living. It's the better tomorrow for which each of us lives. It comforts us in our times of need and exalts us to planes we have never imagined. But it also moves humanity forward. Carry with you your dreams tonight and retain in your heart that eternal flame. The dreamer, the lover, the poet, the philosopher. Call him what you will, ridicule him, but always remember that he changes the world. He carries that flame from his heart, and with it he lights the world. With that, I bid you farewell, class of 2005. Best of luck to each and every one of you, and thank you.
Our time spent here is comprised of three things: the past, the present, and the future. The past is a journey we have just completed, while the future is something we can only hope for. And the present is something we should never take for granted. So let us first look to our past. When I look back in my 4 years at Peters Township High School, I realize that the years have come and gone so quickly. And now, on the eve of the rest of our lives, we look back on those times in the hopes that by evaluating and reviewing our past, we can excel in the future. The future holds all of our hopes and dreams, and it is in realizing those dreams that we look inside ourselves and recognize that who we are today is based on where we came from in our own past. Our pasts are made up of many chapters of our lives, and many of our chapters concern our own education here. We have worked so hard to be where we are today, and that is something we all can be proud of. Our country, our society is based on the belief that everything is available to those who work for what they want. Those who have come before us know this. The history of this world has been shaped by the struggle of man. We are here today because those before us fought so hard to attain what they believed in. Slavery was broken by the joint efforts of many dedicated people who knew what they were doing was right. Racism was broken by those who dared to question the majority. And we can now look back on our own past, our own memories, and draw from them the guidance we need to have a successful future. We all partake in this self-actualizing experience, and we must realize that our past, our days here, are a vast pool of material from which we will draw guidance from for the rest of our lives. The past is the only certain thing in our lives right now, as our futures have yet to be written. So let us look to the futures and write our own story. We all have our idealistic images of what we think we should be, but we need to understand that the only thing holding us back is our own resolve. By realizing what each and every one of us could be, we have the power to change the world. The audience sitting here today is comprised of this world's future leaders. Among us today are doctors and nurses, carpenters and electricians, mechanics and farmers, and lawyers and politicians. But it is this amazing diversity that has made us so unique. We are a masterpiece of contrast, comprised of different backgrounds and upbringings, and we all call home by different names. But when I look out at all of you now sitting before me, I don't see individuals. I only see one thing: a unified group of amazing people who will change the world. Among us are athletes, thespians, artisans, and musicians, but together we are the class of 2005. We are the future. In the words of Carl Sandburg, I am an idealist. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way. Class of 2005, our futures are unknown, but what we do know is that today they begin in earnest. We are all on our way to the greatest challenges of our lives, so I challenge each and every one of you to write your own future, choose your own destiny. If I could leave you with only one message today as we embark on the rest of our lives, it would be this: even though we may be consumed with the struggles of our everyday lives, we can never forget to enjoy the time we have on this earth. In the long run, our time here is fleeting. So many people look back on their youth and wish that they had done more or seen more. We can have no regrets as we continue our lives. And that means that we must enjoy life every day. To give meaning to our lives, we must live them. Don't be so concerned with what has happened or what will happen that you forget what is happening. Don't miss the little things that we so often take for granted in our own busy lives. We should never forget the past and all the memories we have made together, and we should never forget our futures. But it is the present that we live in. It is our time, it is our day. In parting, I want to leave you with the words of Jack London. He wrote, "I would rather be ashes than dust. I would rather that my spark should burn out in a brilliant blaze than it should be stifled by a dry rot. I would rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy, impermanent planet. The proper function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days in trying to prolong them. I shall use my time." Use your time and burn brightly, class of 2005. Thank you.
How will we remember the graduating class of 2005? First of all, this class will be remembered as a group of scholars who have earned over $3 million in scholarships and grants. Many of our seniors have been admitted to the most competitive, prestigious colleges and universities, including Carnegie Mellon University, MIT, the University of Richmond, NYU, George Washington University, the University of Southern California, and the University of Chicago, just to name a few. And we have 3 national merit finalists. While nearly 85% of our seniors are planning to enter 4-year colleges, there are also many students who are planning to attend 2-year colleges or technical schools or move directly into the workforce. We are proud of each and every one of you. This group is also artistically talented. Their performance has been marvelous at our concerts, plays, and other productions throughout the school year. Recently, students from the music department performed in an outstanding manner during their trip to Disney World. Many are pursuing careers in the areas of music, theater, dance, the visual arts, and in media-related fields. And we are pleased that several individuals from this class will be pursuing the art of teaching. This group is also athletically talented. Many of our teams, led by seniors, captured section championships, participated in WPIAL playoffs and state competition. Our hockey team won the WPIHL state championship. We had a WPIAL swimming champion. Our boys golf team won the WPIAL championship, and our girls were runners-up. Congratulations to our girls lacrosse team. They also competed for the WPIAL championship. And for the 3rd year in a row, our baseball team is in the state finals and will be playing Monday afternoon. We also thank our band and cheerleaders, and I'll say that again, we thank our band and cheerleaders for adding so much excitement and color to all of our activities. Remarkable in character, many members of the class of 2005 have certainly displayed character. They demonstrate respect, responsibility, and honesty every day. They have been involved in community activities and service. Our seniors have produced hundreds of programs with the assistance of our local TV station. 5 members of the senior class have become Eagle Scouts. And as always, we are proud that several of our seniors are planning a career in the most prestigious service of all, service to our country. In closing, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you Dr. Kirk, and to you, Mrs. Teodori, the group seated before you, known as the class of 2005. These students have all completed the requirements set forth by the Pennsylvania Department of Education and the Peters Township School District, and are prepared to formally receive their diplomas. The president of our school board, Mrs. Denise Abraham, is not able to be with us this evening. So at this time, I would like to call our vice president, Mrs. Sandy Teodori, to the podium. Mrs. Teodori.
To the class of 2005, returning graduates, parents, grandparents, families, and friends, we welcome you. We also want to thank the school district administrators, teachers, and the other staff members who are in attendance tonight for their dedication to these students. Mrs. Abraham's family commitment this evening has provided me with this wonderful opportunity to congratulate you, the class of 2005, on behalf of the Peters Township school directors. It is with great pride and pleasure that I stand here this evening as both a parent of a graduate and as a member of the board. As a parent, I'm thinking back to our early experiences here at the high school. We first dropped some of you off when you were only 5 or 6 years old, making your way to the kindergarten rooms that were housed at the high school for that 1 year. We parents were so concerned. What about those high school kids? We wondered, and of course, it turned out fine. As a board member, I'm proud because it is graduates like you that make adults like us feel optimistic about the future. It makes us happy to know that you are all striking out on an exciting path, and no matter how convoluted that path may become, eventually your goals can and will be realized. We are also happy to know that some of you one day may be returning to Peters Township to be a part of our community. It might be that one of you will move back and end up buying the house next door to one of us, or years down the road, as some of us are adults are shuffling in our walkers to a doctor's appointment, we may look up to see your names on the door of the office. You could even be back here at PTHS as a teacher, instructing our wonderful grandchildren, or even serving on this board. But even if your path doesn't return you to Peters Township, you could still have an impact on this community. For example, there could be a day when we're getting a prescription filled for a drug that one of you researched and developed, or traveling on a new type of jet that one of you future engineers helped to design. As you see, all your paths have the capacity to impact the future. You, the class of 2005, and the paths that you take are the reason why it is so important for this school district, along with the community, to invest time, energy, and resources into the youth of this township. The future for all of us is sitting right here in front of us tonight. So in closing, on behalf of the board, our sincere wish for you is good health, great joy, much love, few tears, and remarkable success. Thank you.
Christine Elise Anderson. Carly Ann Abrahamian. Shadia Marie Ornita. Chelsea Marie Ash. Andrea Camille Babb. Hannah Lee Balish. Rachel Ann Baldwin. Laurel D. Bancroft. Jillian Maeve Barbati. Gina Beck. Lindsay Rachel Bowes. Shayna Christine Bradbury. Lindsay Marie Brewer. Lisa Nicole Berzada. Lindsay Louise Campbell. Taylor Lynn Kavanaugh. Alexandra Christine Chapman. Lindsay Ann Clark. Sarah Ann Clemens. Caitlin Joy Connors.
Reed C. Amond. Jonathan Stephen Bake. Jacob Robert Baumiller. Jason Michael Benya. Michael James Berquist. Christopher Joseph Bertini. Michael Daniel Bertoni. Raphael Gerard Bertrand. Michael Delray Blake. Adam Blandino. Jason M. Bouchard. Eric Stephen Bowman. Matthew Brandsma. Richard Lee Brow, Jr. Jonathan Marks Burville. Benjamin Aaron Kane. Lucas Matthew Christopher. Christopher Gerald Claxon. Ernest L. Comfort. Aaron Downing Cox.
Casey Lynn Corral. Laura Ann Cox. Laura Catherine Dotterman. Laura Elizabeth Degnan. Callie Ann Delory. Lisa Maureen Dennis. Lauren Lee Donald. Amanda Catherine Doran. Amanda Marie Eisengart. Kara Lynn Elschlager. Melanie Lauren Faber. Christine Nicole Fagiletti. Marcy Nicole Filappi. Ashley Danielle Falsetti. Megan Michelle Farinella. Julia Allison Feltovich. Megan Ann Fletcher. Larissa Jane Fortna. Stephanie Ellen Gannick. Chelsea Lynn Gardner.
About 10 minutes.
Daniel Howard Cox. Aaron Timothy Croft. Michael L. Crothers. Joshua Davis. Marco Gianni Del Prince. Alex Charles DeTulio. Joshua Adam Donelo. Eric James Dunkerley. Dennis William Dubinsky. Daniel Easton. Matthew F. Eisel. Alexander James Elderkin. James Ellis. Joseph Richard Falasino. Ryan Paul Floyd. Eric J. Floyd. Aaron Forbes. Shane Paul Fry. Matthew P. Frischman. Michael Patrick Gallagher.
For the health and safety of all, we are going to move our commencement inside. I would ask that senior citizens and children have the right of way along with our graduates. We will reconvene in approximately 15 minutes indoors. Thank you.
Vanessa Jane Garrowin. Sarah Marie Getz. Jessica Michelle Gilbreth. Glazer. Caitlin Elizabeth Glazer. Brianne Marie Granado. Chelsea Lynn Golden. Brittany Danae Gray. Lana Michelle Greenawald. Leanne Marie Gruhl. Ashley Elizabeth Grusa. Elizabeth Susan Marza. Catherine Patricia Harrison. Julie Michelle Hartz. Leah Marie Hess. Mary Alice Hatch. Shannon K. Heffron. Lisa Marie Herron. Carly Christine Hilton. Kelly Lauren Knapp.
Ian B. Garrett. Sean Glazer. Michael Vaught Gress. Nicholas Lawrence Guzan. Ryan David Grisnick. Tyler Thomas Pages. James Curtis Hammer. Daniel A. Happy. William Ryan Hart. Daniel Edward Hartenbach. George John Heck III. Stephen Ross Hinton. Michael Richard Hollaback. Travis David Hornack. Benjamin James Morgan. Christopher Lee Hutter. Steve Ingram. Stephen Anthony Jackson. Terrence William James. Joseph Milton Jasek IV.
Alyssa Ann Hopper. Danielle Suzanne Hubbard. Meredith Lee Hughes. Jessica Lee Izzy. Christina Marie Kale. Adele Elizabeth Keeling. Megan Ashley Kennedy. Sarah Ann Kipling. Carolyn Lauren Klassner. Caitlin Knoll. April Jean Knopp. Stephanie Kristen Kerner. Savannah Ray Koji. Martina Julianne Costas. Monica Calapoli. Jamie Lee Kuznicki. Monica Eileen Lanzi. Amanda Jean Len. Lindsay Elizabeth Leonard. Christina Marie LaPointe.
Michael R. Jurek. Francis S. Kelly. Eric Kim. Ryan Koenig. Brandon A. Koji. Kenneth Douglas Komorowski. Gregory Allen Kristen. Timothy Michael Cronenberger. Justin David Protak. Terrence David Lacey. Michael Joseph Blackshaw. Jay Boone Lee. Richard C. Mackin. Michael Richard Mela. Ryan James Mays. Richard T.J. Malloy. Thomas J. Manganis. Wilson E. Markle. Scott Arthur Miranda.
Maggie Elizabeth Long. Erin Christine Long. Lauren Nicole Longo. Abigail Cheryl McDonald Harvey. Jocelyn D. Main. Shannon Lee Mangler. Victoria L. Marticelli. Nicole Lynn Maroots. Ellen Elizabeth Matthews. Melissa Sue May. Marissa Ann Macaulay. Kristen Mary Marandino. Kelly Elizabeth Merritt. Lauren Elizabeth Michelin. Laura Marie Milinovich. Michelle Lynn Rotary. Abby Lynn Montgomery. Katie Elizabeth Murphy. Christina Marie O'Connor. Ashley Ann Oliva.
Peter Anthony Martina Jr. Aaron F. Mayeski. Kevin Joseph McLaughlin. Timothy Alexander McNeil. Kenneth Robert Medved. Max Aaron Mendelson. Matthew Morrow. Matthew Douglas Whitson. Thomas Regis Murray III. Ryan Matthew Paxiak. John F. Paul. Stephen Christopher Paul. Tyler Michael Plaha. Christopher Andrew Reichel. Colin Jackson Quinn. Michael James Quinn. Jeffrey Allen Rawson. Andrew Joseph Recker. Max Edward Recker. D. Eric Rexelon. Samantha Peake. Sarah Marie Perronta. Christine Marie Perez. Lauren Taylor Pizzella. Alexandra Ray Balin. Corey Lynn Popovich. Elizabeth W. Brown. Amanda Christine Ray. Tara Marissa Raymond. Kaylin Shay Roach. Heather Rogers. Nicole Ellen Rossi. Amy Marie Rotella. Monica Christine Rothermel. Lauren Elizabeth Salandra. Sarah Jean Sheed. Ashley Ray Schneider. Diana Seawright. Caitlin Ray Sativia. Laura Mary Shade.
Eric Francis Rapoli. Jonathan Philip Grotti. Garrett James Rooney. Nicholas John Rubis. Ross Allen Ruffin. Eric James Razumic Russian. Sean Paul Ruzicka. James Robert Scarberry. Andrew Christopher Scriva. Vincent James Siciliano Jr. Jonathan J. Siegel. Andrew J. Simmons. Matthew Albert Sykes. Gregory Smith Jr. Douglas M. Snyder. Christopher Bryn Spagna. Stephen Richard Theodori. Adam Joseph Toohey. Timothy Thomas Tracy. Sean Paul Tupton.
Aisha Bensu Shatima. Sarah Elizabeth Shaw. Megan Marie Simmons. Bethany Chase Scout. Christine Allison Smith. Cindy Elena Smoke. Emily Jean Spivak. Sarah Natalie Stark. Chelsea Juliette Stockhausen. Adora Lee Stoops. Whitney Purcell Tarwater. Catherine Lynn Terzo. Marlene Chevrolet. Christy Lynn Trotnick. Sarah Elizabeth Uranowski. Caitlin B. Vernon. Melissa Vignetti. Jennifer Ashley Goldberg. Nicole Leanne Welch. Tara Lynn Williams. Carrie Ann Wolcott. Alexandra Michelle Gager. Hannah Nicole Zoto.
Kyle R. Eubank. Christian Gerard Vesley. Evan John Wallace. Sean Robert Walsh Jr. Christopher Herbert Weber. Ryan Smith Welch. John Michael Winstein. Yedlowski. Jeremy Samuel Yingling. Daniel Robert Young. Carson Connor Zadell.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Schools for Peters Township to conclude our program, Dr. Diane Kirk.
Good evening, class of 2005, family, and guests. I have the privilege tonight of being the last person to offer advice and congratulations to you, the graduating seniors of the Peters Township High School. Few moments in life after high school graduation. It's a unique time, one where you enter the stage as a member of our youth generation and exit into the adult world. Your final tasks this past week have allowed you to reflect on your school career, situations that may have brought a smile to your face, and your important friendships. We would like to suggest that everything you needed to know you learned in kindergarten, as the popular books suggest, but we know that isn't true. However, a book that you're probably familiar with from your kindergarten years, Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You'll Go, does have messages that 12 years later have significant meaning to your future. I'd like to share some of those messages with you. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head and you have feet in your shoes, and you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guide who will decide where you go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll be mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life is a balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. So be your name Ashley or John or Heather or Dawn, be on your way. And as you go on your way, remember, the true joy of life is in the journey. I'll wait. Okay, seniors, instead of eating more ice cream, go barefoot more often, swim more rivers, watch more sunsets, laugh more, cry more, and enjoy the presence of the people around you. Life must be lived as we go along. So now, class of 2005, it's your time to exit into the adult world and to move those mountains. You're off to great places. Today is your day. So by the authority vested in me by the Peters Township Board of School